God, this is just so hot. By the way, I'm not gonna be yelling too much because it's like 10 p.m. and everyone went to sleep and I don't want to wake them up. So this is something Ghostbusters fans just don't seem to understand or just think too much into it. And no, it's not about the 2016 movie. Don't even mention it because, yeah, you don't want to know what happens.
Please! Shit!
But at least in this case, they do act a little bit more civilized when it comes to this subject. And that is Ghostbusters 2 and its canon issue. And I say it like this because honestly, it's a dumb issue. First of all, I'm gonna explain myself on why is this an issue for the fans. We've all seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, right? Well, so basically the movie is connected to the originals. It's a sequel. I am aware that it does have a lot more connections to the first one. There are a lot more references. The plot revolves around the first one a lot more. I mean, I get it, it has more connections to the original. I mean, everyone fell in love with the original Ghostbusters from 1984. They wanted to give us a fresh new trip down memory lane. And so Ghostbusters 2 doesn't get that much of attention. I for one enjoy that movie as much as the first one, even though people say that it's a weaker installment. Which is funny because people complain about that this movie isn't as good as the original, but they keep complaining as well the fact that we don't get enough references of it in Afterlife. It's kind of funny, huh? Fans are never pleased. So basically, that is the issue. Not enough references to Ghostbusters 2, which automatically takes it out of the canon timeline. And people just start assuming that the movie was never canon and start to make other people think the same thing. But let me tell you something, it is canon. And it's not just because I say it. I mean, let me explain. Ghostbusters Afterlife does have one obvious Easter egg that connects to Ghostbusters 2. And that is... yes, Raise a Cult books. One Easter egg, a big one, and people keep starting debates on whether this is canon or not. We even get smaller Easter eggs in the background of the farmhouse. But yeah, since they're kind of a blink and miss thing, yeah, they're too hard to catch. Like the dancing toaster, the license plate from the Ecto-18, the "We're Back" sign. As I said, fans are never pleased. And I'm talking about this because we have Ghostbusters Frozen Empire ahead of us. Only this time we do get a bigger glimpse at Ghostbusters 2 material. And since most of the fans were able to see it this time, now they consider it canon. Oh, it's finally canon, guys! The ghost logo from part 2 is there. It's canon, it's canon. Now they made it canon because it wasn't canon in Afterlife. Look, I get that you're excited. I mean, I'm excited as well. I really love this movie. But Ghostbusters 2 was already canon a long time ago. Heck, even Jason Reitman said so when Afterlife was gonna release. He said, and I quote, "No, Ghostbusters 2, definitely canon," Reitman said. "There are references to Ghostbusters 2 in Afterlife. We meet Ray working at Raise a Cult. The toaster from Ghostbusters 2 is in the kitchen in the farmhouse. There is actually lots of Ghostbusters 2 details, but nobody knows Ghostbusters 2 outside of Vigo the Carpathian and the Ghostbusters 2 logo. So there is this assumption that it is not canon, but it is definitely canon." There you go. You want more proof? Oh yeah? Here you go. Hey, Mr. Dan Aykroyd. Is it true that Ghostbusters 2 was always canon and that fans need to chill out?
Correct on both counts.
Like, why would you even take the movie out of the timeline in the first place? I mean, it's called Ghostbusters 2 for a reason. Just because the movie isn't referenced every 5 seconds doesn't mean it's not canon. It's just like real life. A lot of things have happened to us, good or bad. But just because we don't mention them too often doesn't mean it didn't happen. Of course they happened, but we just got over it, or we remember it every now and then. That's life. Same goes with this movie, and I'm pretty sure that other movies or TV series have the same case. Unless the directors or someone involved do come out and say otherwise. And I'm pretty sure if they would have referenced the movie too much in Afterlife, people would have been like, okay, I get it, it's connected to Ghostbusters 2. Geez, this movie should be called Ghostbusters and the GB2 references. Like I said, it's not necessary to recall events from the past every 2 seconds. In conclusion, Ghostbusters 2 has always been canon because nobody said otherwise. Except for the fans that just don't know what to do and start posting random questions on Facebook. Like, there has never been proof to actually say it never was canon. Even the video game considers it canon, taking place 2 years after it. But sadly, the video game isn't canon anymore. There are several reasons to actually say that the video game is not canon anymore, but that's a whole different discussion. So people, just relax, enjoy the movies, don't think too much into it. I just remembered as well, people look into every single thing. Just like when they were talking about Paul Rudd's character. They were talking about his PKE meter upside down in his holster. Wow, the internet really surprises me sometimes. But that is just my opinion, those are just my thoughts. Tell me what you gals and guys think in the comments below. Are you excited for Frozen Empire just as I am? Leave it down in the comments as well. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, links are down below. I am Louis, thank you for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope everyone is doing okay, and I will see you guys until next time. Take care.